14. And this is the Doombar Sefton Novices hurdle, and the injuries incurred by riders in the previous race means 2 jockey changes. As Claire told you, Davy Condon now rides Giant of a Man, number 7. Here are the runners and riders, incidentally. Beat that to give Nicky Henderson and Barry Geraghty a treble on the afternoon. McCoy rides Capote, exciting young unbeaten horse. Cole Harden led them a merry dance for a long way in the Albert Bartlett at Cheltenham. Giant of a Man now ridden by Davy Condon in place of Paul Carberry, who has a suspected collarbone or shoulder injury. See You at Midnight is the favourite. Ryan Mannier fine after his tumble in the top, and rides this one for Sandy Thompson. And Tistery, ridden by David Bass for Nicky Henderson, and David replaces Andrew Tinkler, who took a fall in the Topham, and Tagrita, a mare for Nick Schofield, and Paul Nichols. And Paul also runs Port Mellon. Port Mellon is ridden by Sam Twiston-Davis, and Daryl Jacob will have no reason to thank Port Mellon for what happened at Cheltenham the other day, this extraordinary incident where he galloped straight into the cameraman and nearly into the crowd. And Daryl Jacob, of course, our thoughts very much with him, because he is still on the sidelines. They're sensational images, these.
Inexplicable why Port Mellon should do that, and the expression on Daryl's face as he realised what was going to happen, Jim, memorable.
Yeah, well, thankfully he's behaved OK today.
Let's have a look at how they bet in the Sefton. A lot of money for Port Mellon today. Probably won't make Daryl feel much better. 16 into 10. See You at Midnight, a sensation of the North this season. He's lowered the notable scalps, this horse. 7 to 2 from 4 for Ryan Mannier. 11 to 2 Kilala Key for Charlie Longston. Beat that 6 to 1 for the Henderson Geraghty team. Capote is 8 to 1. The winner, Jim, is...
See You at Midnight, perhaps? You fancy him, Jim?
I just think the conditions are different today. He's a fine horse. I'd chance beat that myself.
My concern for See You at Midnight is in natural front runner, and there are plenty others like that in this race. Over to Simon.
Away they go, and Cole Harden and also Giant of a Man are the first 2 to head on. A few screams from the crowd. The crowd surprisingly getting more and more voluble as the afternoon goes on. I wonder why that is. As they go towards the first, Giant of a Man, Cole Harden. Out wide is See You at Midnight, very handy under Ryan Mannier. Then Kilala Key in the yellow jacket on the far side of then Flatfoot Boogie and Mondo Carne, and behind these front 6 are Coggery, followed by Tagrita. Port Mellon, who went to the start in good order today. Port Mellon, very well behaved. Beat That's up the inside, a bit short of room there, Barry Geraghty, and they were followed further back by the Last Samurai, Racing Pulse, and then in the orange jacket Tubira, Deadly Sting, also the man from Manila, Walk On Al. Capote is one of the back markers with Tistery. About to run into the back straight then in this Doombar Sefton Novices hurdle. It's a grade 1 contest again. Cole Harden leading the way to Giant of a Man in second. And then the favourite, See You at Midnight, defending an unbeaten record this season in 3rd place. Flatfoot Boogie on the near side. A little bit of a mistake there in 4th place alongside Kilala Key. And they're followed by Coggery in the yellow diamond sleeves. On the outside of Coggery is Mondo Carne. The white jacketed Beat That from Tagrita. Then Racing Pulse. Red and white on the near side is Port Mellon. And then Deadly Sting out wide of Tistery. The man from Manila is towards the rear of the field with Capote. Also the Last Samurai, Walk On Al. And last of all is Tubira in the orange colours. On towards the next. And Cole Harden jumping exuberantly from Giant of a Man and See You at Midnight. Kilala Key on the inside, yellow jacket, horse that ran so well at the Cheltenham Festival. In behind them then is Flatfoot Boogie. Mondo Carne on the outside, red sleeves worn by Adam Podgson, who's celebrating his 31st birthday today. Then behind them on the inside is Beat That, followed by Coggery. And then up the inside still is Port Mellon, followed by the man from Manila, Racing Pulse in a beige jacket, Tistery in dark blue with green about the cap. And then towards the back, Capote in the white sleeves, the Trevor Hemmings colours. Trevor's had a couple of Grand National winners, Bala Briggs and Hedge Hunter, tremendous supporter of this meeting as they run left-handed and about to enter the home straight with well over a second to go. Out the back, the Last Samurai, and also Deadly Sting in black sleeves, blue and yellow Walk On Out and Tubira. Over the next, Cole Harden, the leader from Giant of a Man. In 3rd place, See You at Midnight, Kilala Key. And then behind them is Mondo Carne. Beat That towards the inside, bidding to continue an excellent day for Nicky Henderson and Barry Geraghty, as now they make their way towards the flight in front of the stands. And Tubira just becoming rather detached at the back, just hasn't really gone at all, and it seems likely that Aidan Coleman is going to pull her up. He's easing off Tubira before this flight of hurdles, so she's out of the race. And it's Cole Harden that leads to See You at Midnight, always in the front trio for this first circuit, with Giant of a Man on the outside, on the outside nearest the crowd. And then Kalala Key back on the inner, Mondo Carne and Cogri. All in a line is Beat That, with behind Beat That, Flatfoot Boogie, Racing Pulse and Tagrita out wide. Tister is next from Portmelon, just bumped along for a couple of strides, Portmelon, round that sharpish turn. And then a gap to Capote for the Man from Anella. Walk on Owl, the last Samurai, and under pressure in last place now is Deadly Sting. But they're very well grouped together as they start down the back straight. 3 down the back, 3 in the home straight, so just the 6 left to jump in this Sefton Novices hurdle. Cole Harden is out in front from See You at Midnight on the near side of Giant of a Man. Cogri landed in 4th from Kalala Key. The tap now being turned on down the back straight. Portmelon is just struggling to go with the pace at this stage. Cole Harden still pressing on. See You at Midnight looks very comfortable on the near side. Black, yellow sash, white cap, worn by last year's Grand National winning jockey Ryan Mania. In the blue colours, Giant of a Man, then Cogri on the outside, followed by Kalala Key, Flatfoot Boogie, Tagrita wide of Tistery, then Racing Pulse. Capote's making a little bit of ground just behind Portmelon as they cleared the last in the back straight amongst the stragglers. Man from Manila, also the last Samurai. Walk on Owl is being hard driven. One that's dropped right out is Mondo Carne as well. So the pace is really beginning to sort a few of them out now as they swing out of the back straight, and it's still Cole Harden that's serving it up to them under Gavin Sheehan. See You at Midnight on the inside, still looks comfortable. Giant of a Man in 3rd. Kalala Key out wide under a drive is Cogri. Beat That is still going all right, just in behind Ryan Mania. Barry Geraghty inching off the rail now. He looks the big danger to See You at Midnight as they run round the final turn, but they've got to get past Cole Harden first. Cole Harden, See You at Midnight and Beat That, and these 3 are just kicking away now from Kalala Key, the running on Capote, then Cogri and Tagrita. 3 out Cole Harden, another good jump, 2.5 lengths clear of See You at Midnight. A faller was Cogri when looking beaten, but Beat That now coming down the outside as they race towards the second last flight. Cole Harden, See You at Midnight and Beat That, they're going to fight this out all right, and now Beat That is given the office by Barry Geraghty. Cole Harden is still battling on well, and See You at Midnight coming under pressure and looks in trouble. Here's the final flight. Cole Harden and Beat That rising just ahead of Cole Harden. See You at Midnight's getting very tired indeed, and it's Barry Geraghty again for Nicky Henderson. Earlier successful on Joss's Hill and Marfiol, and they're going to make it a treble on the second day of the Crabbies Grand National meeting. Beat That, they can't beat him. Beat That wins impressively. In 2nd, Cole Harden. See You at Midnight beaten a long way in the end, back in 3rd. Capote staying on for 4th, then Kalala Key, Racing Pulse, followed by Walk On Out, Greta, the last Samurai, Portmelon, Flatfoot Boogie, Giant of a Man. The others pulled up. Beat That, they couldn't beat that at 6-1.
This time last year, Nicky Henderson had a treble on this day. He's done it again today. All of them this time ridden by Barry Geraghty, 174 to 1. The price if you backed all 3 in an accumulator. And Beat That was always travelling well. He got a good spin round the inside. You can see Barry looking sideways there. He's looking at the big screen to see how far ahead he is and how much more he has to do. And those colours, the colours of Michael Buckley, it wouldn't be too many owners that have won in Dubai on Dubai World Cup night and then here at Aintree. Nicky Henderson saying, go on Barry, keep him going. And keep going, he did, Mick.
He certainly did. He's a classy horse, this, and you know, Barry again, he was just nursing this fella into the race because he knew what he had underneath him, and he knew he just didn't want to press the pedal too early.
Let's get the reaction.